What's up, sports fans? This is Ryan. This is the DFS 5-pack. So I think I figured out how to finally do solo videos. Had to create an extra Skype account and have it up on my daughter's Kindle in the other room. So I think we can roll with visuals and solo. Matt is out traveling today. By now, most of you guys know this is the backup channel. Been dealing with the YouTube ban for the last week or so. Hopefully we're good to go a week from now on the regular channel, but I'm not really sure. Can't get a lot of answers via customer service. So for the time being, subscribe to this bad boy, and this is where we will be talking a little DFS. So that jackpot over on Overlay continues to grow right now. We are up to about $14,500. I will continue to push this thing every single day because I am excited for somebody to win it. I would love for it to be me or at least one of you guys that I know out there. Eventually, somebody will go 12-0 and win that jackpot. The nice part, again, though, is the backup. The backup to me is when you finish within the top 10% and on a normal day, let's say 150 people enter, so the top 15 people or whatever, they're all going to get $180 back in their account off the $22. That's a nice type of GPP type of win for you right there. If you can find a way to get in the top 10% once a week or so, if you're playing every day, it's a good way to make some profit right there. It doesn't seem too overly unattainable or anything like that. They got different types of contests up for all you guys. And again, Matt wanted me to bring up that he had the other day he had his worst day ever on Overlay and went 1-11. If you go 0-12, and he was kind of joking with me that he was so close, and he actually might have done it if it wasn't for an injury, they give you $500. What kind of bonus is that? There's a Slump Buster Challenge. There's a lot of ways to get paid over on Overlay. So that all being said, let's go turn our attention over to Draftkings for the day because that's what we're looking at right now. Again, Matt's on the road traveling back from Florida. You're stuck with me rolling solo all day long. 5-pack deal today. So again, bring up the YouTube ban. Kept me real busy last week. If you guys go look at the main channel, we had about 4,000 videos on there. I had to personally erase about 3,800 of them. So we're down to 200. I had to change the description section on all of them to make sure that we were good. That took a lot of time. That being said, I completely forgot to get the price changed on the MLB only package. It is still listed at $69 right now. I would encourage anybody who wants it. We're only a couple of weeks away from baseball. I was talking to a customer this morning over the phone that said he was going to go purchase it. I'm going to try to get it changed by tomorrow. So it's up there for anybody who wants to take advantage of it right now. Let's move into today's plays. And let's start with a guy that he says, "Hi, my name is Jonas." And he goes by the name of Jonas Valanciunas of the Memphis Grizzlies. Starting center at only 6,800. What's big for Jonas right now is there is no Clark or no Clark and no Jaren Jackson Jr. looking over his shoulder right now to, one, get rebounds and things like that, but more importantly, to take his playing time. If Valanciunas were to ever play like 36 minutes a game like some of the studs, he would be right up there as one of the better DFS players out there. Maybe not as quite as consistent as some of the better players, but this is a dude that rattles off monster DFS points when given the opportunity to get this. Right now, he's been playing bigger minutes, coming off two monster huge games right now. And without those guys around, his minutes are very safe. This game, Atlanta against Memphis, I believe it's the biggest game total of the night as far as projected points. It's projected to be close. The game in Atlanta, that's what I'm expected. Atlanta is the very bottom of the league against centers. There is a lot to like right here with Jonas Valanciunas. I feel very confident today he's giving out GPP value. Now, that all being said, I've been wrong about Jonas before. Things can happen, but I like the spot for him here tonight. I think he's going to have a big game for making it 3 in a row for Mr. Valanciunas. Let's go to the other side of the ball in this game. And again, looking at a young man on the Atlanta Hawks, DeAndre Hunter. So for much of the season, you've heard Matthew and I discuss the Hawks have a very deep rotation, and it's difficult to look at guys outside of Trae Young for any kind of consistency. Well, they've really pushed the youth movement the last couple of weeks, and you're seeing big minutes from Reddish, Hunter, Herter, Collins, Trae Young. While the Hawks aren't very good right now, they do have a nice, young, solid core of players, and they've been really giving bigger minutes to guys like Reddish and Hunter lately. Now, brought up Reddish the other day. He wasn't great to start the game and then left injured. So, again, a little not excited about going to an Atlanta rookie right now. But Hunter is a guy I also recommended that night for customers. Had himself a good night. He's been shooting the three ball really well right now. I'm hoping the 5K price tag kind of keeps people off of him, but it shouldn't change. 4,800 and 5K is what, all of $200, one DFS point. This guy's gone for 6x or better in 6 of the last 8 games based on his new price tag. The only 2 games he didn't were against Orlando, which everybody knows is a bottom-tier matchup within the NBA due to their very slow pace of play. So Hunter has been killing it lately. He's been shooting the ball very effectively from the outside. If you've been watching the Hawks play, teams are really forcing Trae Young to get the ball out of their hand, running a lot of double teams on him, forcing him to pass the ball. Guys like Hunter and Herter and Reddish have been the big-time benefactors of this. We've seen John Collins shooting like Larry Bird lately, and it's because he shoots all these wide-open threes, and he's actually pretty good at it. All right, moving down from DeAndre Hunter, let's go take a look at the Knicks versus the Rockets tonight. I'm going to bring up a couple guys from this game as well. We're going to start with the Knicks side of the ball and take a look at Maurice Harkless, a.k.a. Mo Harkless. I'm not sure, because I haven't been playing him myself lately, what the masses have been doing with Harkless, if people have been noticing. But he's now played mid-20s for minutes in 4 straight games. He's been starting in some of these games, so I prefer him if he's starting here just to show coaches buy-in. And as sad as this is for the Knicks, Harkless is probably one of their better players. Not saying he's their best player, but he is a solid wing player. You've noticed how much Portland has missed him this year. A lot of that's for his defense. He's coming off back-to-back very good performances, and this is a home game get-up spot for the New York Knicks to try to hang with one of the better teams in the NBA, the Houston Rockets. Clearly, the Rockets should be a heavy favorite in this game. But look for Harkless to play his mid-20s minutes again tonight at only 3,500. This is a guy who can shoot the 3-ball, play some defense, get some steals. They're going to want him out there for his defense tonight. So look for him. I'm thinking as the day stands right now, we could obviously get better value as the day progresses. But for right now, I'm looking at Harkless at that 3 or that 4 to fill in for some nice cap space. And hopefully at lower ownership. I could be wrong on that. I don't know how much people have been paying attention to him. I really just started looking at him last game, so it's a little bit new to me as well. All right, next up from there, let's talk about Russell Westbrook. Interesting dilemma here within the Houston Rockets. And one of the things I do want to point out for both Rockets studs tonight, Russell Westbrook and James Harden, the Rockets after tonight are off until Thursday. So we already know D'Antoni plays his studs. He is not one to take them out of their game early. You know, one of the problems with my boy Giannis is when the Bucks are rolling, they roll at the second unit pretty heavy. They rest them in the fourth. The Rockets don't do that as much, and with no games for 2 nights, I feel very comfortable with Russell Westbrook and James Harden seeing their full allotment of minutes, especially with the game in New York. You hope the Knicks keep it within 20, and guys like Russ and Harden are out there getting their full run of minutes tonight. So we are stuck in a situation now within the Houston Rockets where it's no longer Harden's team. I'm not saying it's Russ's team, but these guys are firmly like 1 and 1A right now. Russ has been amazing lately. Since they started spreading the floor and they got Clint Capella out of there. And I'm a Capella fan, but I'm really starting to buy in what they're doing. I've been calling for years to build a team around Russ where it's nothing but a bunch of shooters and lets him get to the lane. Right now, this cat is getting to the lane at will. Again, not going to be averaging the triple-double that he did a couple of years ago, but that's okay because he's only 10K right now. I like both him and Harden tonight. I prefer Russ because he's a little bit cheaper, but Harden's got the shooting guard eligibility, which can be nice as well. I don't think you're insane to play both of them. I think they're about even right now. I don't know who I like more on a daily basis. Russ has been more consistent lately, but because of his ability to shoot the three-pointer, I still think Harden owns higher upside on a daily basis because you're just never going to see Russ go 9 of 12 from three-point range or anything like that. So I'm looking at Westbrook tonight. I don't hate the other guy, though, the Beard. I don't hate playing both of them. I think they're both relatively cheap this evening for what they offer in Madison Square Garden. Look for them both to potentially have big nights tonight. So that's what I'm looking at, guys. Best of luck today. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up is appreciated. Help spread the word that we're on over here, and I will see you guys a little bit later.